Hi everyone, welcome to Northern Zen Yoga. My name is Sandra, and today we're going to be doing a few exercises to help stretch our hamstrings. Now, the problem with hamstrings is most of us know they're there, but we don't know where they are and what they're actually attached to. So just a little bit of brief anatomy just to keep you kind of realizing what's going on inside your body. If you're sitting on your bottom and you're sitting and you can feel the little bones that are making contact with your mat or your cushion or your chair, those bones, we refer to them as your sits bones. That's common language for them. They have a fancier name in anatomy, but we're just going to call them sit bones for now. Now, attached to those sit bones are your hamstrings. So they go up behind your bottom, and they attach to those little bones at the bottom of your pelvis, and then they run down, and there's actually 3 muscles that are involved in your hamstrings, and they run down the back of your leg, and they attach behind and in your knee. So this is actually the only place where the hamstrings are. From here to your foot, you're looking at really stretching your calf muscle and your Achilles tendon, and we will talk a little bit about the Achilles tendon too and how to stretch that. So this video though is about getting these hamstrings stretched out a little bit so that you can move and bend more comfortably. Hamstrings quite often are the culprit that tighten up in here and keep us from being able to let our knees drop, allow our hips to flex more easily, give us difficulty in walking. There's another tendon that runs along the back of the leg as well called the IT band. There's a video I have on the IT band, how to stretch that and keep that healthy. But for now, let's talk about the #1 problem we have as we start to age, which is keeping the hamstrings loose. They're always tight. We're always working on trying to get them to loosen up. So one of the things we need to think about when we're working on the hamstrings is that we do not want to ever push them past their ability to stretch today. We want to move them into an uncomfortable zone. The uncomfortable zone is where the stretching, achy feeling starts to happen. And then we're going to wait there and we're going to hold it for several breaths, and then we're going to relax it. And then we're going to do it again. And each time we do the stretch, we're going to stretch it 3 times. Each time when we stretch, we take an inhale, and as we move into the stretch, we take an exhale. This is important. I want you to remember that. So you take that deep inhale before you go into the stretch, and as you're going into the stretch itself, you start to slowly release your air through your nose or through your mouth, whichever feels more comfortable as you move out into the stretch. Then we're going to hold it for a couple of breaths. We're going to come back up and repeat it 3 times. So the stretch itself can be done any sitting position if you like. You can be doing this even if you're sitting on the couch and you want to extend your leg out to the side, turn sideways on your couch. If you have a lazy boy chair like I do, you can put the bottom up on the lazy boy chair so you can extend your legs out and you can stretch into the stretches then. But remember, we don't want to tear anything, we don't want to damage anything, and we certainly don't want to detach anything that's happening back here. So we're only going to go into achy stretch, never into anything that feels anywhere like pain. So a lot of people don't understand what pain is. Pain is sharp, it's sudden, you can point exactly where it's hurting. Achy stretch is just that general discomfort that happens in the area of all of the muscle as it's starting to stretch out and move. Well, why do our hamstrings get tight anyway? We use them for walking, they help us with standing upright. How come they get tight? I mean, we're using them all the time. The enemy to the hamstrings being flexible is the sitting position, and even to some degree bicycling. Bicycling, because your knee is always in a kind of bent position, you haven't had a lot of stretching of the tight hamstrings throughout the bicycling process. So it's important, if you're going to be running or biking, to also look at keeping the hamstrings flexible by doing these stretches. So whether you're sitting a lot or whether you're doing a lot of bicycling and running, you need to work on these hamstrings. Hamstrings get tight. Doesn't matter for me how much yoga I do. If I back off for a few days, I can feel my hamstrings starting to tighten up again. It's just the way that they are. They're one of those things we have to constantly work on. So let's begin by doing a very simple exercise. And I always recommend, if you're going to do hamstring stretches, to sit yourself up onto a cushion if you like. It helps you to get just a little easier to get the legs stretched out into stretched out leg position with the knee more flat. If you're like this, it's probably because your hamstrings are really tight. Don't try to force anything. Don't try to push anything that isn't really willing to go today into that stretch. Just go where you can go. And we're going to stretch our leg out. I'm going to put mine out in front, straight out in front in this particular stretch. And the other leg can be wherever feels comfortable for you and you feel balanced, like you're not going to fall over. If you can tuck it in, fine. If you can't, you can put some pillows or blocks under this leg to help keep it comfortable while you're stretching your hamstrings. And once again, we're going to take that deep breath into the belly, inhaling. And as we exhale, we're going to start to push our belly down toward our thigh. So I'm not worrying about my head. My head is going nowhere in particular. It's just following my body. And I'm pushing my belly down until I start to feel the hamstring stretch. So I'm feeling it at this particular place right now. I can feel it. It's that achy, stretchy feel that I'm going for, so I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to stay here and I'm going to take a few more deep breaths. So we're going to inhale deeply into the belly, exhale, and as you exhale, see if you can relax down just a little bit more. Another inhale, exhale. Once more, nice deep, deep, deep inhale, right to your belly. And as you exhale, let it go out slowly, breathing out through the mouth this time. And we're going to come up nice and easy. So use your hands if you need to push you back up again. And for me, because my hamstrings are pretty flexible, I'm just going to slide off my cushion because I'm going too deep. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Let's come down again. Come to where you start to feel the hamstrings talk to you. Now this time, you may go just a little further than you did the last time, and that's a good thing. If you didn't, don't worry about it. As long as you're feeling it, you're doing it. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Nice and deep. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Let your chest and your belly sink down as you do that. And slowly coming back up again. Let's take one more deep inhale into the belly. We're going to do this side one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Coming down nice and deep, making sure we're feeling that achy stretch. Now, you may go even deeper again this time, or maybe not. You need to listen to your body and not force anything here. Just find that achy stretch. Take another inhale. Exhale slowly. Let your chest and belly sink down. Inhale again. Exhale nice and slowly through the mouth. And slowly make your way back up. If you need to, you can shake that leg out and we'll switch sides. So as it is with all things, one side of you is going to be much more willing to be stretchy today. It's going to happen everything you do. One side is always a little more flexible than the other. So let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly, slowly coming down. Now you can see I'm nowhere near where I was the last one on the other side. So that's okay. I'm just letting myself go down till I can hear my hamstrings starting to talk to me. And deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Nice slow exhale through the mouth. And slowly coming back up. Now some of you may find that your back is the thing that's stopping you. So you have to listen to your back too. As long as you can feel some kind of stretching happening, and even if you didn't move very far or very deep into your stretch, it's okay. You can inhale, exhale. Remember to push your belly down, push your chest down, not your head. Coming down a little deeper now. Inhale deeply to the belly. Exhale slowly. One more time. Inhale. Slowly through the mouth, release. And walk your hands back toward your body, bringing you back up. One more inhale. Inhale nice and deep, right into here. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, nice and deep. Slowly release through the mouth. And walking the hands back toward the body. Shake that leg out. So we're going to do the same thing, only this time we're going to extend one leg out to the side and one leg will be bent. So, heading for the corner of my mat. If you can't quite get yourself wide enough this way to do that, that's okay. And then the other leg, we're going to bend it in to wherever we can bend it today. If it's here, or if you're like me and you're able to get your leg in closer to the body, that's a good thing too, but don't worry about this leg as much as you're concerned about getting this leg open and stretched out toward the corner. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn toward the extended leg. Take a deep breath in. And pushing our heel away, we're going to start to press our belly down. So this one is going to be working two things. As you come down, you're going to feel the stretch in your hamstring, in the back of your leg. And you're also going to feel a stretching happening as you push your heel away in your Achilles tendon. So keep an eye on both of those things and make sure you're not overstretching, you're not going into any kind of pain, just that achy, stretchy feeling. And let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. And slowly, slowly, slowly come up. This time we're going to turn toward the folded knee, wherever position you've got that into. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start bringing our belly down toward the thigh. The other leg, we're going to be pushing our heel away with all of our might, trying not to let our bum lift up. So we're not going to do this sort of thing. We want to do this sort of thing. So that both cheeks are nice and solid on your mat. So take an inhale, exhale, bring your chest down, your belly down, push your heel away. Push it away, push it away. Keep bringing your belly down as far as you can today. Finding that stretch. This one is going to stretch your Achilles tendon. A little bit in the hamstrings, but mostly in the Achilles tendon, which is that tendon that runs from your heel up to your calf muscle. Coming back up. Switch sides. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your chest down, bring your belly down, keep your head up. Try to keep both of your cheeks planted firmly on the ground. Breathing, inhale, exhale. One more deep inhale, exhale, and slowly, slowly coming up. Turning to the other side, inhale, exhale. Push your heel away as you bring your tummy and your chest down. Push that heel out till you feel your calf muscle tighten, your Achilles tendon stretch, and a little bit of a stretch behind the knee. Inhale again, exhale. Bring your belly down a little further if you can. One more inhale, nice and deep. Exhale, and slowly come up. One more time on this side, so turning to this side, going to inhale, exhale, bringing your tummy down, your chest down, keeping both of your bum cheeks on the ground. Coming down as deep as you can, finding that achy stretch behind the leg. Push your heel away a little bit, finding the stretch in your Achilles tendon. Inhale, exhale. One more deep inhale. Exhale, and slowly, slowly coming back up again. Turning to this side, inhale, exhale. Push your heel away. Keep both of those cheeks on the mat as you do this. Inhaling, exhale. Inhale one more time, and exhale. Slowly come back up. Give that leg a shake. Stretch this one out. Shake it out too if it needs it. If your knee's feeling a little locked up. And we're going to switch sides. So whatever you can do on this side to bring that heel towards your body, you're going to do that. You're going to add anything you need to add in here. Blocks, blankets, pads, whatever you have. And we're going to head toward the other corner now of the mat. And we're going to turn ourselves so that our body is more facing our foot. Take a deep inhale, exhale, and let's bring our tummy and our chest down toward the ground. So you've probably noticed, and keep breathing as I talk, you probably noticed that you're feeling the stretch in the first time you're coming down, and then the other times maybe not quite as strongly. So you're always searching for that achy stretch. Even if you don't feel it where you were the last time, see if you can push a little deeper and find it again. Inhale, coming up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Let's bring our chest down, our tummy down. If you can reach your toes, fantastic. You can always pull back on your toes to add that stretch a little more intensely. But don't reach for the toes to sacrifice bringing the belly and the chest toward the thigh. Inhale, exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Coming back up again. We're going to turn to this other leg. Sorry, I forgot to do that the first time. Let's inhale. So we'll do it twice on this side. Exhale. Remember, we're keeping both of our bum cheeks on the floor. We're just bringing our chest down and we're pushing our heel away from us. Coming down, never going deeper than we have to, because we'll start to lift up that hip, and we don't want to do that. We want to keep it planted. Pushing down, breathe. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale, and come back up. Nice and easy. Turning, well, let's do this a second time because we did two on this side. Inhale, nice and deep. Exhale, bringing our chest down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Don't stop breathing. Lots of deep breaths here. Each breath, see if you can let your body relax just a little more. Keep pushing that heel out. Focus your attention toward your heel and keep pushing it out so that you feel a nice stretch in here. One more time. Inhale, exhale, and let's come back up. Switching now to the extended leg. Inhale, exhale. Let's come down as deep as we can go this time. Breathing, deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale slowly. Come back up. And let's turn to this side one more time. Inhale, exhale down. As we come down, we're pressing our heel away. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale completely, and as you inhale, come back up again, and shake out your legs. Fantastic. So as we had talked about, sometimes you're feeling your back as you're trying to stretch the hamstrings. Well, just wrapped around and not really attached, but part of the connective tissue that is around that area are some big muscles that start to come up and support your low back area. And sometimes too, that low back area, if it gets very tight, can constrict the movement of your hamstrings. So let's try doing one nice little stretch for the back. And for this, I would recommend either using a block if you have a really deep bend in your knees, or if you can go out pretty flat with your legs. We just want to isolate the back. So what we're doing is we're bending the knees to take the hamstrings out of this equation. And so I'm putting a cushion of a blanket just under my thighs, behind my knees. And I'm having my legs slightly apart and my heels planted down and my feet flattened out. So I've got a bend in my knees, and what we're going to do here is we're going to try to lay our tummy and our chest onto our thighs. So in order to do this, you could stretch up if you like. Take a big stretch up, lengthen up through the rib cage. Inhale, exhale. Let's bring our tummy down, our chest down, and we're going to reach for whatever we can reach for. It's either going to be someplace below your knees, wherever you can manage to reach today. And we're going to, if we can, grab the bottom of our feet if that's available to us, and we're going to pull the chest and the belly down deeper. Now you will feel the hamstring stretch a tiny bit, but you will mostly feel this stretch in your back. So you need to be focusing on pushing your belly, flattening your back out. And you're not bringing your head down toward the ground, you're not curling anything in the back. You're trying to flatten your tummy down against your legs. Inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale through the mouth. Slowly come up. And we're going to do it one more time. Inhale up, exhale. Bringing the chest and the belly down, reaching for our feet if we can. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, and slowly come back up again. One more time. Inhale up, exhale. Forward fold, reaching, stretching for wherever far we can reach today. Grabbing whatever we can grab, even if it's just below the knees. And we're pulling that belly in toward the thighs. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Deep breaths. And slowly release. You can move your block or your blanket out of the way, shake things out. And now we're going to isolate the hamstrings one more time. And this you can use a strap if you like, if you have a belt or if you have anything like that that you want to use, or you don't have to. You can just use your own body mechanics to do this. However, I do suggest that if you have balance issues, you should probably look at using a strap to help to make sure you don't fall back. Or if you really want to get a really good pull into the leg, you might want to use a strap just to intensify that pull. I like using a strap for this because I can pull on the strap with a lot more pressure than I can push my heel out on my own. So this one is basically to stretch from here to here. You will maybe engage the hamstrings a little as you straighten your leg out, but that won't be quite as intense as the other hamstring stretches we were doing. So slowly, once you've got yourself, and this leg over here, this can be wherever's comfortable. Don't worry about it. You can stretch it out to the side. You can have it bent. You can have it leaning against your pillows or blocks. And we're going to start in a bent knee position, and we're going to start to extend our leg out as far as we can. And if you're like this, because your hamstrings are tight and you can't extend the leg out, you're going to be wherever you're at, and you're going to start to pull against your toes. So you see where I have the strap hooked? I don't have it hooked into the arch of my foot. I don't want to put pressure there. I've got it up just below the toes so that you can pull back on your foot and stretch the hamstring in the back of your leg. Okay, so from the bent knee position, we're going to slide our heel out on the floor till we straighten our leg out as much as we can today. And then we're going to start to pull back on the strap. And you'll probably, if you have really tight hamstrings, also be engaging hamstrings here. But only remember to go into the achy stretch. Don't try to be a hero and try to do it all to a flat knee. If your leg is not capable of doing that, you'll tear things. So just pushing the heel. Focus on your heel. Push, 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 pulling the toes back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. The breath is so important in yoga, and I'm going to tell you why while we're holding this and breathing. The reason why it's so important is because it helps to release tension. That is the most important thing. Inhaling brings in lots of wonderful oxygen to your muscles, to your bloodstream, and exhaling releases the tension that's in the body. And release, relax, shake that leg out. Let's switch to the other side. So you notice we did this in kind of a yin type of motion where we held it for a period of time. You can hold this particular stretch for up to 3 minutes if you like. If you want to do it while watching television and you want to do it through a few short commercial breaks, you can do it as well that way. So, and you don't have to have it out to the side like I have it. I just want you to see what I'm doing. You can have your legs straight out like this. You can try it in different places to see where you get the most intense stretch, if you like. So taking a deep inhale, nice straight body. Inhale. And as you exhale, start to push your heel out and pull your toes back. Remember where the positioning of the strap is if you're using a strap. It's very important. Push, 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 push. Keep breathing, lots of long, slow, deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Breathe. And slowly release. Shake that leg out. So there you go. Those are some nice Achilles tendon and hamstring stretches for you to do in a seated position. You can also do a hamstring stretch in a standing position in a forward fold. And that will come in another video when I do standing position stretches. So for now, we're just going to look at working on these things, getting those hamstrings much more flexible, more comfortable for you, so when you're in the standing positions and you're stretching them, you don't experience any difficulty or pain. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please subscribe. I love to hear from you guys, so please don't stop sending me lovely comments. You can also go to my Facebook page and like the page and get notifications of other things happening with Northern Zen Yoga. I'm going to be in the new year starting a weekly class. It was a request by a group of people. It's going to be on a Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. You are welcome to join it as well if that works with your time zone. Also, in the new year, I will be having at least once a month a live class, which I will change the time on it for people in the West Coast and in Europe, so that they have an opportunity to join the live class as well. And I'm hoping that in the new year we will have much more healthier lifestyle happening, and I can get out of this room and into a studio again. But bye for now, and I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic day. And don't forget, visit my website, www.northernzenyoga.com, and if you like, become a patron. It's up to you. There's no obligation, that's for sure. Bye for now. Namaste.